Hey guys, it's Goma, but I guess you guys know that by now. Um, yeah, I don't even really want to do this at all, and I haven't been doing it the last couple days. Um, and just because, um, and I'm gonna start out, like I said, just being authentic, being for real with you guys. Um, it's just been a real roller coaster in my life, really for 2 months, but the last couple of days have been difficult and in a lot of ways. So I've just had a lot of time where I don't want to really be with anyone but God. I just want to be with my Father and try to figure these things out. Um, so that's where I where I am in as far as things go. This I'm so torn right now with a you know physical problem that I don't know how to approach. That I don't really know what to do about it. If there's anything I can do, and I guess there is, but I just want to tell you, when I was younger, probably between the age of whenever you get to be the age that you begin to think about what you want to, what you might like to do as a grown up, not all the way into your teen years, but like whether you want to be a mom or not, or dad, or whether just kind of start playing that in your mind, the future, your future. And when I was that age, and this is how far back this goes, I knew even at that young age when I was thinking about my life, kind of envisioning what maybe my life might be, or that I might want it to be. Um, the main thing that I was worried about, or that I wanted more than anything, was to be a mom. And that was like priority number one. It was, I wanted to be a mother. I, the whole, fall in love and be a wife, all that was kind of secondary to that, or just a necessary part of it, maybe. But the main goal of my life, the thing that if I accomplished nothing else, I wanted to be a mom. And then, and I knew that would be enough for me, and more than enough. Now, why that is, I don't know. I don't, that was inherent in me and just a knowing I had. But along with that, there was a knowing, and a knowing is the only way I know to describe it, that I would not live a typical life, meaning, you know, I never thought that I would have plenty of time to have kids and do whatever I wanted. And, you know, I never thought that I was going to live to be older. I always from, adolescence believed that I would not live a long life. Now, back then, I probably would have said, I'm 49 now. I probably would have said that I didn't think I would live this long. But I was on a timeline. My whole life was on a timeline. And that carried out throughout my whole young adult life. I at some point made the decision that I would go straight from high school to college. I would get my degree in 4 years. I would get married immediately following that. And I wanted to have how many ever children I was going to have. I wanted to have those children by the time I was 30. Now, that was my timeline, and I set my life up that way, and I made that happen. I made that happen. Nothing was going to prevent that from happening. Now, I don't know why 30. I don't know. I don't know why, really, except that I didn't believe myself to have that I was going to have a long life, and that I wanted to be here for my children. I wanted to have them, raised. Um, and I wanted to accomplish that before I left here. And I just knew that I would have known or have believed that I would not live way beyond that. Um, Now, I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. There's no sadness in it whatsoever. It's never been something I worried about or been concerned with or bothered with or, tried to prevent, or in fact, probably the opposite. I've probably been more of the mindset that, well, I'm not, I'll kind of do what I want because I'm not planning on living to be, 70 anyway. Which is weird. I mean, it's weird, but that's how I've always lived my life and known it. And over the past year, that theme has been coming up with me about, the, all these things have opened up to me, all these revelations, all this awareness of how things really actually are that I'm still not able to talk about. I'm not able to form the words out loud that say what I know, because it's so deep to me that I can't just throw it out as a concept and this and this and this and this. It's so deep and personal to me. What I've been shown, and so I just have to keep it to myself or discuss it on a level that's not on what I truly know, because I can't, like, I know what I know, and it's just really bittersweet to come to know all this right now, because I feel like I've come full circle in a lot of ways, in most ways, in the ways in which I intended to. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what that completion inside me means. I don't know what it means. But on the heels of all that, and on top of that, I'm being faced with these really heavy medical things, and I don't want to, claim anything, and I haven't. But these are like physical I can't ignore. I can't put a magnet on it and fix it. They're functional issues, major issues. And so here I am with it. And I had, in the past couple weeks, have reached the point where I could really not take care of myself, and I had to get in with a doctor. So I did that yesterday, and there's just a lot of she kind of gave me 5 different ideas, and they're all bad. They're all bad, and I I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it at all. But in other words, okay, I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to die at all. But I don't want to, you know, I just don't know what to do now. I don't know what my role is now. I don't know if my role is to, I mean, how can I totally reject what's happening right here in the middle of my life and claim the power over it that I know I have. But what kind of faith is that, And I don't have it yet. Anyway, I don't yet know any kind of verdict on anything, but she threw out some really, I mean, it's just scary stuff about, I'm not sure how I would take care of myself and all that. And, you know, there are people that know these things, know this truth, and they're not in the same situation, and they have a different circumstance, which if I did, I would be claiming that power and using it as well. But because I've known all my life that this might be the way things happen for me, I don't know how I can't reverse all that now. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to. I feel like this is my path. I feel like whatever is going to come from what I'm dealing with now is for the benefit of people around me, that in some way I can have an impact through this that I wouldn't have otherwise had. Because there's a reason for this. That's what I know. There's a reason for it. And I'm okay with that. It's like knowing something. It's not knowing something all your life, but then now, here it is, right? It, I don't know. And maybe it's not. Maybe it'll all work out fine. but it's already a big deal. So that's where I'm at, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know is the answer. And I don't, I don't feel like there's no one that can tell me. There's nobody that can tell me what I should do in terms of where do I where do I put my intention, because but this has been brought up to me for a while. I mean, at least a year. I've had this sense of, am I staying or am I going? I don't know. I mean, I just have, that's the truth, and I've mentioned it before. And I still don't know the answer. But it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. So I've got a lot on my plate, and I don't know who I can trust with it, who I can trust at all. Really, only because I don't know. I'm torn about it. I know for some reason there's a real value being placed on me by some, and I don't know if it's I don't know what it has to do with. I'm just not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Um, but that's where I am, and this is how this is in my Bible. This picture on here, or it's a page in my Bible. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I think it's okay to feel that way. I don't think I have to feel any other way other than what I'm supposed to do on my path, my walk home, on my journey. And I don't know how, but I have always known it wouldn't be a typical journey. I guess I could already say that. Anyway, I'm heavy, guys. I'm just heavy. I'm heavy-hearted only because it's not clear yet to me. And I like clarity. I like clarity. But none of this changes what I know, who I know, that I am, and who I know that I am is overwhelming to me. And it's not something I can minimize or gloss over, or, it's just so raw and personal. And so I'm just marinating in all that. the good and the bad. And for whatever reason, that's where I'm meant to be right now to figure it out. So, you know, I wish I could, in some ways, I wish I could talk to some people about it, but I know I can't. Not yet. So I'm just talking to y'all and not many of y'all because for whatever reason, I don't know, a bunch of people got weird and it's sad. I mean, it's sad. It breaks my heart that people are like that, but um, I'm not a grudge holder. I'm not a um, I can't hold a grudge. I can't stay mad. I can't be upset for long. I just can't be that way. I mean, for me, I would rather 100% of the time somebody come to me and talk to me about anything. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you offend me. I don't care what it is about. I would rather someone come and talk to me about it. Let's hammer it out, figure out the problem rather than making up things in our mind about the other one and carrying that around forever. And we don't have any grace for each other, you know? There's no grace. And that's really what made me sad about the whole group thing. You know, I'm available to be messaged at any time and always have been. But there was no grace for me, and there still isn't. But I want you to know, anyone, I have grace for you. Nobody, there's not ever been a person that I have had any kind of problem with, or words with, or disagreement, or any kind of thing like that. There's never been a situation that someone came to me and said they wanted to work it out or talk about it or apologize or anything. Even if they didn't apologize, even if they just wanted to talk about it, I have never said no to that, and I never will. And I will always go out of my way to work it out so that you understand me and understand you from a heart level. And judging people it's a two-way street. And certainly I'm guilty of it sometimes, but we all are. To say we're not, that's that's not true. It's like saying we're perfect when we're not. And that's humility. That's just humility. That's not anything but being humble enough to realize I could have a blind spot. I could have a um, a part of my life where I engage in duality. It could happen. And it is happening because that's where we are. I know our hearts want to be elsewhere. Mine does too. Mine does too. I try to stay there. But then I have a body that won't work, and I have to face the real world. And so this is just me. I don't know, like blah, all over you. But that's where I'm at, and I agreed to do it this way. So I've done it. Skipped a couple of days, but I've done it. And regardless of, I do want to say, regardless of anything, I love all of y'all, all of everyone that I know. I know I'm not the only one that's suffering with some things, and you know, has some, is being diagnosed with some pretty yucky stuff right now. And there's not a lot of us guys, you know. I don't know if you've noticed, there are not many of us. There are quite a few that kind of fly in and out, but there's very, very, very few who are hanging in and who are real. And we all know that. So I think it would be a good thing if we made every effort to come together instead of preaching oneness. We should be that, because it's only a theory until you act on it. It's only a concept until you live it, right? In terms of unity between us all. It's hard to imagine, but we don't even have it within a small group. We don't. We do not. And I hope that changes. But if it doesn't change in my heart. And there's not anyone anywhere that would ever hear my voice, that I would ever that I could love any less than any other, because I do know who you are. I know who you are. And I love you. I love you. Good night, y'all.